do you appreciate from what Nate Eovaldi did last night?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be an expert to appreciate that. It was really, really impressive. Just pitching in games 1 and game 2, 1 day off. I know he's pitching the bullpen some, but he was basically a starter this year, so to do that's incredible. It's just his stuff speaks for itself, obviously, but what he's able to do. And I played with Nate over here for a little bit, and he's freakishly strong. Obviously has an incredible arm, but just to be able to do that says a lot about him. It's really impressive.
Questions, Barry?
Hey, Clayton, what was that pinch hit experience like last night? You were pretty locked in and hit the ball hard.
Yeah, thankfully threw one slow. I don't think I had a chance otherwise, but it's in the National League. You kind of are understanding those situations as a starting pitcher. Sometimes those things come up, so you run out of bench guys, especially when the game goes 17 innings or 18 innings. I don't even know how many innings it was last night, but you try to prepare as best you can, and obviously there's not a lot of pressure on you because they're not expecting much, so just try and put the ball in play.
Clayton, momentum might be kind of a false concept in the postseason, but just the way in which you guys won last night and the manner in which they had to expend so much and ended up losing the game, how did that change the complexion of this series in the big picture?
Well, 2-1 compared to 3-0 is everything. I think 2-1 you're in the series, and then 3-0 nobody's ever won in the World Series coming back from 3-0. So just from that part alone is huge. And then obviously when you play that long, you really want to win. So it feels good to win that game. Max with a huge swing for us last night. As far as the bullpens being taxed, I think we're kind of in a similar position. We had Richie on full rest, which is great, but Nate saved their bullpen last night for the most part. So that everybody pitched on their side except for Pomerantz, and everybody pitched on our side as well. So we're a little bit in the same position as far as that goes, just with a fresh Rich going for us, which is huge for us.
Clayton, after game 1, you said your slider lacked its optimal depth. Just wondering, is there any fix to be made from that video scrutiny, or just a matter of some nights you're not going to have it and you just plow for it?
Well, you can't just assume it's going to be there the next time, so definitely working on it, definitely trying to, make it better. It happens from time to time during the regular season as well, so focused on it in my bullpen, focused on it playing catch, and yeah, hope it's better tomorrow.
The second row, you're ready to get Maria.
Clayton, did you see the banana shrine? What was the
what?
The banana shrine?
Shrine? No, I didn't see it. What Doge did?
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it on video after, but
Down at the store.
it was a long game. You get a little bored up there. You start doing weird stuff. Yeah.
And all zero.
Hey, Clayton, I know you've always been a guy who just sort of attacks each day, and I know a lot of people who know you will say that's what makes you so good. I'm wondering how much importance you've ever placed on the big picture in terms of your legacy, and maybe how people will define you for years, and how much importance you think there is to start like tomorrow in terms of shaping what your legacy will be, and if that's anything you think about in terms of maybe eliminating some of the perception of you in the postseason or anything, how much you think about stuff like that?
Very little. I don't really care about legacy. I don't really care about what people think of me or what people perceive of me. Game 5 is a very important game to win the World Series, and I'm looking forward to pitching that game and hopefully putting us in a great spot going back to Boston. And that's really all I care about. All that other stuff, people are going to have their opinions, and that's fine. I'm not here to change them. I'm here to pitch, and all that other stuff will take care of itself.
Clayton, I want to ask you, a lot has been made during this series about the signs of their closer. He was tipping off his pitches supposedly, and was told he was doing that. Is that something that you are ever concerned about? Is anyone ever watching you, like monitoring you, saying, seeing if you do anything relative to what type of pitch you throw? Is that a concern that pitchers have?
I think everybody goes through it at some point in their careers. I think usually when you're younger, people can kind of pick you apart, and over time figure out things. And same thing with me. I think when I was younger, I did some things like that and figured some stuff out, and some guys helped me out with that. But this series in particular, I mean, obviously there's stuff coming out about all sorts of ways to get signed. I mean, everybody's paranoid, so everybody's taking the necessary precautions, and yeah, so we're all aware of everything going on.
Two more far back, Alex in the center.
Clayton, you've now pitched in into the World Series in 2 straight years. How difficult is it to maintain stuff? How difficult is just the physical challenge of pitching into a season that goes over 7 months?
Yeah, it is a challenge for sure. I think I think anybody will say playing baseball every day is a difficult thing to begin with, and then in October you kind of get that rejuvenation of energy and the adrenaline just because the games are so meaningful and impactful, and you kind of hope that adrenaline kind of carries you through October. And I don't think that's changed for me. I think that's still the same. The second the season ends, you start feeling the aches and pains a little bit more, but we're all kind of running on adrenaline right now for sure.
And one last one? Nothing else? And I'll finish up with Jeff right here.
This is a little bit of a random one, but Brad Ausmus was your teammate a long time ago, his last couple of years.
Yeah.
Did you ever think he'd be a manager?
Yeah,
at that point?
Yeah, Oss was awesome. One of my favorite teammates. I think 2009 was my second year, maybe his last year, and he's 40, I'm 21. Not a lot to, he could have very easily blown me off, but really helped me out a lot. Had a lot of fun talking with him, and he obviously knows the game really well, and he just has that temperament, that demeanor. Obviously he's smart, but just everything else that goes along with being a manager. The Angels got a good guy, and I know he's going to be great for him over there.
Clayton, thanks as always.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.